The Falcon and the Desert Prince. In the heart of North Africa, where the desert stretches endlessly like a golden sea, there lay a kingdom known for its wisdom, discipline, and unbreakable bond with the land. This kingdom, carved between the dunes and the rocky Atlas foothills, was ruled by Sultan Idris, a man respected for justice rather than fear. His only child, Prince Malik, was admired for his courage but whispered about for his stubbornness. He was a skilled rider, a sharp thinker, and a talented falconer, but he bristled at instruction, disliked protocol, and resisted anything that felt like control. Malik preferred the company of the desert, the wind, the dunes, and especially his falcon Sahara, a young bird he had trained himself. She was fast, sharp-eyed, and fiercely loyal. But the kingdom faced a growing tension. A nomadic Tuareg tribe, the Kalaman, had reported increasing bandit activity along trade routes. Caravan goods were stolen, shepherds lost animals, water stations were vandalized. Travelers were afraid. Sultan Idris called for a council. Diplomats debated, advisors argued, but Malik believed the matter was simple. We must confront the bandits directly, Father. Idris sighed. A leader must know the desert, Malik, not only by sight, but by patience, strategy, and humility. Malik's jaw tightened. Humility was the virtue he struggled with most. One sunrise, Malik set out with a small patrol to inspect a caravan route. Sahara flew ahead, scanning the land. The desert was astonishing in its silence, the kind that presses against the chest, ancient and stern. As they approached a remote watering point, Malik noticed broken pottery, scattered footprints, and fresh camel tracks. Someone had been there recently, in a hurry. Malik knelt in the sand, reading the tracks like a book. The prints were chaotic, dragged, as though someone had been taken. This was no ordinary robbery. He stood slowly, eyes narrowing. The bandits were becoming bolder and closer. Malik released Sahara into the air. The falcon soared in an elegant arc, then vanished over a sand ridge. Minutes later, she returned sharply, circling with urgency, a signal Malik had taught her. Something was ahead. He followed her direction with his patrol until they found a caravan wagon overturned, its goods scattered, and one elderly trader wounded but alive. He told them through labored breaths that a bandit group had taken several caravaneers hostage, including a young Kalaman girl. They have moved toward the Black Dune Pass, the man whispered. The Black Dunes were dangerous, shifting sands, steep drops, and unpredictable winds. Few traveled there willingly. Malik mounted his horse without hesitation. His patrol leader protested. Prince, we must return and gather reinforcements. There is no time, Malik cut in. Hostages cannot wait. But inside, Malik wasn't just acting from bravery. He was acting from pride. He wanted to prove he was ready for leadership. He wanted to fix the problem on his terms, and that would soon cost him. The patrol continued until they reached the edge of the Black Dune Pass. The winds howled between the cliffs, lifting sand in aggressive spirals. Malik dismounted and approached on foot with Sahara perched on his arm. A sudden sound, a sharp crack, echoed through the pass. An ambush. Bandits emerged from behind rocks. A skirmish erupted. Malik fought courageously, but the terrain favored the bandits. One of his men was injured. Malik shielded him, forcing the group to retreat behind a dune. Breathing hard, Malik realized the truth. He had misjudged the desert. He had misjudged the enemy. He had misjudged himself. His pride had led them into danger. Sahara shifted nervously, responding to Malik's tension. Malik stroked her feathers, grounding himself. He whispered to himself, rushing is not leadership. Impulse is not courage. For the first time, humility settled in his chest. As the desert wind slowed, Malik observed carefully. He watched how the sand moved, how sound echoed, and where footprints disappeared. The desert was not against him. He had simply been ignoring what it was trying to say. He devised a quiet, strategic plan. Create a distraction with sand movement. Use the dune's echo to mislead the bandits. Release Sahara to locate the hostage position. approach from the shaded ravine rather than the open path. It was a plan that required patience, the virtue he avoided his entire life. Sahara was sent into the air again, circling without fear. Minutes later, she gave another train signal, 3 gips, meaning hostages on the right slope. Malik nodded. Good girl. They moved with precision this time, not with bravado. The team navigated through the ravine silently. The bandits didn't notice them until it was too late. Malik had predicted their blind spots perfectly. Within minutes, the patrol subdued the bandits and freed the hostages. The Kaliman girl ran to Malik, thanking him through tears. Sahara circled above, crying out triumphantly, but Malik didn't celebrate. He was grateful, not proud. When Malik returned to the palace, Sultan Idris met him in the courtyard. I heard what happened, the Sultan said calmly. Malik knelt before him, something he had never done voluntarily. Father, I acted too quickly. I led with pride instead of wisdom. The Sultan lifted his son to his feet. A true leader is not one who never errs, Malik, but one who learns before the desert teaches the lesson to Hashli. Malik bowed his head, accepting the lesson fully. Sahara landed on Malik's arm, as if sealing the moment. From that day on, Malik was known not just as a brave prince but as a thoughtful one. A leader shaped not by conquest, but by humility. Not by impulse, but by understanding. Not by pride, but by listening. And the desert, vast and ancient, welcomed him as its student. Please subscribe, like, and share.